Hey gang, how's it going out there? So as you can see, I've been a little busy this past week. Anyway, I've made some pretty cool finds, as you can tell, and found a couple unique items, and and I found finally got a new cold steel knife. I found at my local Tractor Supply. They recently redid their knife section. They're carrying some more stuff now. Now they're carrying some CRKT and some cold steel along with SOG and whatnot. And I really like their new section with their knives and air guns. It's pretty nice the way they have it set up. So anyway, last week I was at a flea market and I happened to find this. This is an old push dagger from Fury. This was made in Japan. Fury, they were an old Japanese company, or I think they imported knives from Japan, and they made this. It's called the skull dagger. As you can see, it kind of looks like a skull, like with these holes there. It's like two eyes and a nose, and it's a push dagger, as you can see, and and it has these pointy edges here that stick out, and it's kind of cool the way it looks. It kind of, I don't know, there's something about it like that. I don't know. It looks like something that somebody in a biker gang would carry. I don't know if it looks that way to you, but I thought it looked interesting. Anyway, I got it for a good price, and it has this little leather sheath here, as you can see. Anyway, that was a cool find. And also from that same place, I found this hatchet with a frostwood handle, and it has a blade. Looks like it was made from a file, and this one was made in Pakistan. There, it says stainless Pakistan there on the blade, and I thought this one was pretty cool. And it came with this leather carry pouch, and now, next up, I recently found this Pakistani lockback folding knife, hunting knife. I picked this up at an antique shop, and it came with this leather carry pouch here. As you can see, it has like a deer on it, and and this knife, when I got it, I mean, the blade was really scuffed up. I actually did a little work on this knife with my Dremel and my polishing compound. I took it, I went over it with some sandpaper, the bolsters and the blade, and I sanded it out a bit. Then I put some flits on it, and I got the polishing wheels and the Dremel, and I polished it up, and then after that I went to a lower grit of sandpaper, and I sanded it some more, and then after that I did a little more polish work, and then I put the blade on my work sharp, and then I used the leather strop on it. So I don't know, it does this. It's a cheap knife. It's not one that holds a really good edge. I mean, it's definitely not something that's definitely not something that's the most reliable. I mean, it's a very nice knife. I like the handle there, but it's as an everyday use thing. I mean, I kind of wouldn't recommend it for that. I mean, it's a nice, knife to have in a collection, but it's pretty cheap, though. It doesn't hold the best edge, and so I mean, it's just best, if you have if you use pull-through sharpeners. I mean, like, I always recommend not using those on really good knives, but it's okay to use on something cheaper like this. I actually used the pull a few times I used the pull sharpener on this one. So anyway, so it's definitely looks nice. It's definitely the handle and the bolsters. I mean, it's like I shined them up, and it looks nicer than it did when I first got it. So, but it's still a cheap knife, but I didn't pay much. So, definitely a good find for that. Next up is this bushcraft knife, which I found. I think this one might have been made in Pakistan or something like that. Came with this sheath here, which has these loops here which help, which is for you to if you want to put it on your belt and wear it like this. It's for that. And this is what they call a tracker knife. And I think this is a carbon steel blade from what I can tell. And it's like it was hand forged. And it has it's pretty nice. I mean, it has a good edge on it, holds an edge. And it has and I like the handle here. But there was some slight inconsistency with the hole that they had drilled there, as if you can tell. I mean, it wasn't, it seems like it has some little flaws there, like with how, see, like the hole that's drilled in the handle, it's like kind of like the brass around that seems like it's not quite centered, the way they drilled it out. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got this for a good price. And, I think it chops really well, and it holds an edge. And so, I mean, it's a pretty decent knife. It's a decent carbon steel. It was made with good steel. Definitely, it's a nice carbon steel blade. So, anyway, I'm really happy to get that one. That was a good find. Okay, next up is this little, just, I don't know, it's a wall hanger mostly, just this, like a replica dagger from China. It's just, I might hang this one up on my wall. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, it's not something that's really practical for use, but, it's definitely something that's best used as a wall hanger or decoration. It's a dagger. I mean, anyway, blades, it's a little sharp. You could get it really razor sharp if you wanted to, I mean, but it's not something that, like, really there's really much practical use for. I mean, it's like, so, I mean, it's something that's good for like sticking and stabbing, but for the most part, people get these. I don't think really get these as user knives. I think they're just mostly wall decorations. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. It'll look nice hanging on my wall. And it came with this nylon sheath as well. Next up is my newest cold steel purchase, my first cold steel knife I'd gotten in a while. So, and it's the cold steel, the double agent 2, which is a neck knife, and has these two holes there in the handle. You can like put your fingers through, like put your index and your pinky through those holes. And in the sheath here, it's what I called Steel Shakurex sheath, and it came with this this beaded neck piece, like this thing you can wear it around your neck as a neck knife. And yeah, and what can I say? It's cold steel. It's if you want something that's sharp, and gets the job done, you can never go wrong with cold steel. So that's that. And here's the clamshell package it came with. As you can see, double agent 2 clip point blade neck knife. If you want to pause and look at those details on the back, I'll let you do that. Yeah, and this one, it was designed by custom knife maker Zach Whitson. And yeah, and this yeah, so yeah, I'm glad I was pleased to see that my Tractor Supply started selling cold steel now. So okay, that's about it. Hope you're doing well out there. Take it easy.